Welcome to Astronomy 104, Astronomy of Planets. First of all, we'll start by discussing what it means to be here and now in a cosmological sense. Astronomy is a science that explores the part of the universe that's both perceptible and intangible. We can see it, but beyond going to the moon, we've never been able to touch any of it. So it's really like the ultimate case of you can look, but you can't touch. Humans have been looking at the night sky for as long as we've existed, and with every new discovery we've made, every time we learn something about the world we live in, it becomes more and more apparent to us that our lives exist at a very tiny scale, both here and now, both in time and in space. So for that reason, astronomy can be kind of humbling, really because the universe is just unfathomably large. It's something that's just really impossible to grasp, the scale of the universe, the size of it. The numbers quickly become too big and therefore they just lose meaning. But one really remarkable thing that happens when we learn more about how large the universe is and how long it's been around is that it also teaches us about ourselves too. When we learn about where here is and when now is, it tells us something about who we are and where we come from. So, as I said, this introductory module is all about learning, or all about orienting ourselves, about learning where here is, when now is, and why we study astronomy. And one of the most amazing thing about the astronomy of planets in particular, which is important for this course, is that, and which you'll learn very quickly in the next couple of modules, is that the most crucial step towards discovering all that we know about the universe was to discover an explanation for the apparent motion of the planets across the sky. So the planets were really, really important to our understanding of the universe. Getting to the bottom of all of this involves learning how astronomers, as people who exist here and now, view the sky. Because as astronomers, we don't see, the Earth rotating on an axis that runs through its poles once a day. What we see is the sky rotating around the Earth once a day. We don't see the Earth revolving on an orbit around the sun once a year. We know now that that's what does happen. But what we see is that the sun migrates slowly at about 1 degree per day with respect to all the background stars, and which are spinning around the Earth once a day. We also see the moon moving roughly along the same path that the sun takes once a month. It rises and rises above and dips below that path by about 5 degrees at its maximum. We see the planets moving back and forth. They also take roughly that same path that the sun takes. It's called the ecliptic. Like the moon, though, the planets also rise above a little bit and drop below by a few degrees from the ecliptic. So as we get into all of this in the final part of the learning material for the module, we'll learn how astronomers map the sky and all the things that we observe, and how that's done in the conventions that are used, and all of that. So, and also how that map of the sky, we have this model of this sky that we see, how that translates to the physical model for our solar system, where the sun's at the center of it, the planets are all revolving around it, and the Earth is spinning around, and how that simply explains things like the seasons. So that covers the learning material for this week. I look forward to a great semester with you. Enjoy learning this week how to view the sky like an astronomer.